Listen up, riders and parents. This is your riders meeting. This is a USA BMX sanctioned race. We will be following all the rules and regulations set forth by USA BMX and ask that all riders and families do the same. Motos have been posted and corrections have been announced. All of the information you need is on those moto sheets. We ask that all moto sheets be left up during the course of the race, as riders refer to them throughout the event. In checking your motos, make sure that the number that is on the moto sheet matches what is on your bike. If not, you may not be scored when you cross the finish line. Riders, it is your responsibility to be in the gate on time. You have been given lane assignments and must start from that assigned lane. Any rider not doing so may be disqualified. If you are not ready or have any problem in the gate, you must signal the starter by placing your front wheel over the gate. That will signal our starter to wait, and a track official will take care of the problem. Once the starter's command has begun, it may not be stopped for any reason. Only riders 5 and under can be assisted on the gate, and that assistance can only be the rear wheel held between the knees. 3 riders down before the first obstacle is an automatic restart. Riders, if you go down during the course of the race and are not injured, please jump up, as we have other races following. If you are injured, however, please stay down and we will assist you. Our track officials will be watching for fouls. If you feel you have been fouled during a race, you have 10 motos in which to lodge a protest with the head officials. Our officials will be watching for riders intentionally impeding another rider within the first 30 feet and the entire last straightaway. So keep it clean, riders. We will be qualifying riders as designated on the moto sheets, or by announced corrections. If you have any question as to whether you qualified, please return to the scorers table for clarification. USA BMX exists for the enjoyment of the kids and families that make up our sport. Please be courteous to every member of our extended BMX family, and good luck to all of the racers.
All right, guys, a couple things I just want to remind everybody about every time. Please double check the number on your bike, that it matches what is on the moto sheet. We can get you a paper plate if you don't have one, because we are looking at your number, not at your rider. Also, that 30-foot line right here, that is important. You cannot intentionally impede before that. And if you do, you can get disqualified, which means you get last place for that round. That same rule applies on the 4th straight. New parents, if you are here, if your rider does happen to fall during a race, please do not jump over the fence. That is why the fence is there. We will have volunteers out everywhere on the track. All of our core volunteers are also first aid and CPR certified. We are going to tend to your kid very quickly. We will have 2 races on track at all times, so if you do jump over the fence, there is a high likelihood you're going to get in front of some other riders, and if it's a group of 1720X, they're going to run right over you. So with that, it is Hardcore Realty's team night, and they got their team up here, and they are going to do a parade lap during our national anthem. So if we can get you all to stand up, remove your hats for the national anthem. All right. Once again, a reminder as you're coming up, make sure you check those motos. Make sure you see 44 total motos. If you are doing opens, those are at the very beginning of each round. So if you're doing opens, make sure you are up there as soon as we say riders to staging. But as always, we are going to kick it off with our balance bikes. Balance bikes are going to go one full lap, and here at the end, they're going to take their pick of trophy, courtesy of MVP awards and more. We are live streaming on Facebook and YouTube. Just look for Blue Springs BMX. You'll see us pop up there. We stream nearly all of our race events. 3 camera angles. We show the moto board, moto count. Got some fancy graphics there. Yes, the moto board does work again. Thanks to Mays County BMX. They lent us one of their boards, and that helped us diagnose what is going on. So as you guys notice, you have that 30-foot time through practice and through the whole event. That's going to show the current moto. Hold on. Yeah, they're here. I'm going to need, if anybody's up in signups and can bring me a set of batteries, 2 AA's, that would be amazing. All right, we need a parent for Carter Jackson to the finish line, please. Parent for Carter Jackson to the finish line.
That looks really good.
All right, day is saved. I have a mic again. I don't know. Maybe you hate it. Maybe you're tired of my. We need a parent for Carter Jackson to the finish line, please. On our way. All right, Casey, thanks for coming in clutch on the batteries. If anybody needs more AA batteries, she has 1 good set and 1 bad set. Your odds are 50% of getting a working pair of AA batteries. But right now, we're going back to our balance bikes. Moto number 1, 4-year-old balance bikes on track with Natalie Billinger, Parker Wisner, Brandon Giffen, Wild, Wade Warren, and Dawson Miller. And guys, as you're looking out on the track, not only is the moto board fixed, showing the correct motos, got a whole new surface on the track. If you'll notice, it's a little more uniform. Some of the broken up spots are fixed, so Going to break this in for our state final weekend. Right now, we are still looking at these 4-year-old balance bikes. Natalie Billinger, Parker Wisner, Brandon Giffen, Wild, Wade Warren, Dawson Miller making their way around. Moto 2 coming out of the gate. Second rack of those 4-year-old balance bikes. JoJo Wolf, Ryan Grubb, Waylon Fox, and Curly Brazee. Okay. All right, guys. We got our 4 balance bikes coming at us. We got a 275. Natalie Billinger coming across the line with Brandon Giffen right there. Oh, it's photo finish. That's going to be Brandon and Natalie in that order. I like that they got plates on. Here we go. We got another battle, the 704, Wild Wade Warren, and then the 429 of Parker Wisner. And I believe that is Dawson right there. Balance bike parents, you don't have to have a number plate, but if you do, I can say their name as they cross the line. So even if that's just a paper plate. We also sell number plates that just Velcro on, so if you want that too. All right, we are here at the back half of the track with more of our 4-year-old balance bikes. JoJo Wolf, Ryan Grubb, Waylon Fox, and Cully Brazee. And out of the gate is Lynx Belgrave, Leo Kennedy, and Santino Herrera. Right here, that 171. JoJo Wolf coming across the line. And that looks like Ryan coming across the line. And this is Waylon Fox.
Attention.
All right, guys. Cheer on all of our balance bikes.
Random start. Riders ready.
You got it? All right, there's Cully coming across the line. Lynx Belgrave, Leo Kennedy, and Santino Herrera making their way out. My goodness, how many balance bikes we got tonight? 9, 10, 11, 12, and 6, 18 balance bikes going around Blue Springs BMX. I had to turn it down because there's a lot of chatter. Case and Murray. We need Case and Murray to staging for your open. Guys, if you're doing opens, you got to get up there right away for those opens. Sure. All right, guys. Sounds like a whole lot of opens riders that we need up there. Matt, can you repeat those? I didn't catch them all. I was writing. Hector Laredo Jr. and Cody Velasquez. We need you up in staging right now. We're finishing out our 1- and 2-year-old balance bikes. Skylar Holmberg, Tori Slover, John Crownover, Miles Warren, Ivan Dodds, and Taylor Yoakum. All the way to the stripe. Skylar, Tori, John, Miles, Ivan, and Teller making their way around. And like I mentioned, they are going to pop over here behind the finish line, and we do need the orange cones. Just a little boost over that last tabletop. All right, guys, let's hear it for the last of our balance bikes here. Our 1- and 2-year-olds, little bitty riders out here. Skylar, Tori, John, Miles, Ivan, and Teller. Balance bikes only race right here at the beginning. Got to get those little ones home to bed. Every round, we're going to start with the opens. Opens are going to be at the beginning of every round from here on out. So if you are in opens, make sure you are there as soon as we say riders to staging. Probably good to double check your moto since we did have to do a repost. Okay. All right, guys. I think we are getting ready to drop these first opens motos. They're racing for cash at the end of the night. Everybody paid $5. We pay all of that money right back out to the top 3 riders. Mixing it up with the bump music again. DJ Ben Hart. Hey, there's a whole mess of buttons up there. We just got to spend some time to set them up. You could learn that too, Corey.
Attention.
Okay.
Random start.
I'm happy to dole out any job to anybody. We're going to start our 8 and unders. 8 and under opens. Tatum, T Money Wolf, Raylan Grau, Finn Boyer, Brecken, Queen Bee Murray, Kasem, the Glow Rider Hall, and Felix Laredo. This is 8 and under, all different proficiencies. You can be novice, intermediate, or expert. We got 6 riders on track. Going to take 2 out of this straight to that main event right now. That is Raylan Grau up front, followed by the Flow Rider and T Money. I said Flow Rider. It's Glow Rider. Coming down that last straight, Raylan Grau sitting up top, going to get that top transfer. Second transfer spot going to Kasem Hall. Moto number...
Okay, riders, random start.
Got to get my rhythm.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Moto number 6, 9 to 12-year-old open racing. Kasem Murray, Lady J. Wolf, Cadron, Thunder, Spillman, Xavier Davidson, and Wyatt Freebird Dutton. It's like it's all nicknames or no nicknames is how the motos work. Right now, we're going to take the top 2 riders straight to the main event. That is Davidson sitting up top, followed by the Gold Cup 3 of racing. Kasem Murray, Lady J sitting on the bubble, rocking that Rock 1 plate.
Okay, riders, random start.
All the way to the stripe. Going to be Xavier getting that first transfer spot with racing Kasem Murray getting the second transfer. Moto number 7. 13 and over open. Jasper, the Captain Kennedy, Sean Madden, Colton Hengel, Jabrell, the Falcon Belgrave, Hector Laredo Jr., and Cody Velasquez. Clearly the slow group right here. We got Madden, Kennedy, Hengel, 1, 2, and 3 as they come around turn number 2. We only got spots for 2 coming out of this round right now, and that is going to be that 8 bike. Sean Madden going to move on to the main event, followed by Jasper Kennedy. Going on to the big wheels, 11-12 girls cruiser, moto number 8, Piper Firecracker Franklin, Avery the Firefly Franklin. Never mind, we missed that one. We're skipping it because of the opens. We are to 4650 women cruiser. I would have picked it up when they came over here. I can't. I got glasses, man. I can't see up there. All right, 4650 women cruiser, Riley King, Vanessa Mayo, Grandma Mary Wallace, Miss Kitty Westenauer, and Gina Queen G. Abernathy. We got 2 spots open in the main event coming out of round number 1. And right now, up top, we got a state plate looking like Riley King up top, followed by Queen G. And those are your transfers, Riley and Gina. Moving on to the main event out of round number 1. Moto.
Attention.
10, I hope.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
All right, I see 3 riders. There's 3 in Moto 10. I'm hoping that that's where we are. 11-year-old cruisers with Dominic, the Dominator Earhart, Noak Belcher, and Michael Yoakum. This is going to be total points. They're going to race all 3 rounds, just like this. Low points wins overall, so you get 1 point per place. That is Noak Belcher going across at the halfway point, followed by the Dominator and Michael.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start.
And Noak Belcher going to get you 1. Dominic the 2, Yoakum the 3. Moto number 11, 1720 Cruiser on track with Derek Wise, Jaden Dunn, Hayden the Flame Franklin, and Scott Johnson. Hayden out here celebrating his birthday. All right, we are on Moto 11 right now. That 1720 Cruiser. Johnson sitting up top. We only got one transfer spot out of round one. Johnson on the one.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random
And
start.
that is going to be Scott Johnson, your one transfer.
Watch the gate.
All right, we are back to Moto 8. Corey probably want to flip that moto board. Moto number 8. Now we're on track with Piper and Avery Franklin and JC Lady J Wolf. Total points. You're going to race all 3 rounds. Low points wins at the end of the night right now. That is JC Wolf sitting up front, followed by Avery and Piper in that order. I promise to try not to mix you up. All right, we need Felix Laredo to staging.
Attention.
Felix Laredo to staging. That is going to be JC Lady J Wolf with the 1. Avery Franklin with the 2. Piper Franklin with the 3. And now we are back to Moto number 12, 4650 Cruiser. Corey Brown, Matt Daniel Johnson, Justin Swoboda, Michael Peterson, and Chad Abernathy. Swoboda and Brown sitting up top. We got room for 2. Sitting on the bubble, we got who's the other escort there? Yeah, I don't know, man, but that is gonna be Justin Swoboda and Corey Brown moving on to the main event. Oh, that was Chad. I can't read tonight, guys. It's been a long week. If anybody wants to announce, you're welcome to. Oh, come on, Corey. It doesn't have to be you. It could be anybody. Oh, why am I out here? All right, 5 and under novices gonna wrangle that gaggle of fraggles there. Get them all in order. Moto 13 getting ready to come out of the gate.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And they are off. Moto number 13, Miles Rodriguez, Hot Dog Harry Bender, Onyx Belgrave, Felix Laredo, June Zimmer, Bridget Kilberg, and Georgia the Honey Badger Campbell. 7 riders on track, 3 spots to the main event coming out of round number 1. So those top 3 riders looking like Campbell up top on that 43 bike. Oh, Belgrave making a pass. They are tangled up. Oh, no. We got 2 riders down. We got Bridget taking over the top spot, followed by the 693 of Miles and June Zimmer on the 3. We're going to get those riders checked out. We got 3 spots left open. We'll have 3 spots out of the next round. And right now, that is going to be the 32 bike. Bridget Kilberg moving on. All right, we got 1 rider up. 693 Miles Rodriguez moving on to the main event. And looking like the 185 of June Zimmer. We got our riders back up, guys. Big round of applause for them. Good thing on the 5 and unders, they are close to the ground. They don't have as much gravity working on them yet. They are all up and rolling. That's what we want to see.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Moto 14, 6-year-old novices, Remington, Boyer, Casey Rogers, Ian Klein, Rosie Malone, Haley Fuller, and Jamison Hahn. We got some out-of-town riders here, probably in town for the Donovan Long Clinic. So people travel to see him, and he's right here at your home track. So make sure you grab one of those spots that were remaining. Right now in this 6 novice class, we are taking 2 to the main event. Right now, that is the 058 and the 34. Ian Klein and Casey Rogers sitting up top.
Attention.
Rosie Malone on the 3, going to try to sink by. We'll see what happens as they go in and out of turn number 3.
Watch the gate.
And right now, that 0, oh, they are just swapping all over. That is going to be Casey Rogers with the 1, Ian Klein with the 2, and that's your transfers out of round number 1 for Moto 14. Moto 15, total points right here with our 7-year-old novices, John Zimmer, Jackson Ferens, and Mason Stockbridge. Going to race all 3 rounds, and they are 3 wide going into turn number 2. Got one rider inside. Oh, we got a little bobble. Moving all around. Stockbridge in front right now, but we will see what's going on. We got Ferens on the outside going in.
Random start.
Zimmer trying to take that low line.
Ready.
Wonder if he learned that in BMX Racing League that just concluded. And right now, that is the 409. John Zimmer going to get the 1, followed by Jackson Ferens at the 2. Mason Stockbridge on the 3. That is going to be the race to watch all night, man. Those guys are matched up evenly. Moto number 16, 8-year-old novices, Whiplash, Wyatt Bender, Elena Vogler, Jack White, Christina Vogler, and Tristan Small. Jack White sitting up top on that 235 bike. We got 2 spots open. And then we got the 255, Christina, followed by Elena on the bubble. We got another rider trying to get in the mix. That second spot is also going to move straight to the main event out of round number 1, skipping round 2. Right now, Jack White is running away with that first transfer spot.
Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Ooh, who's going to get the pedals in right now? That is the 255. Christina Vogler moving on. We'll see everybody else back next round. Moto number 17, 9, Novice Parker Fox, Trip Toon, Mila Bender, Emerson Spruill, Liam Moberly, Abel Patterson, and Jackson Landon. Got a couple riders tied up right there. Moberly and the 211, Jackson Landon. Abel sitting on the 3 and the 390 of Parker Fox on the bubble. Top 3 going to move on to the main event out of this round.
Attention.
Ethan Malone. We need Ethan Malone to staging. Coming to the stripe. Getting the transfer spot's going to be Liam Moberly, Jackson Landon, and Abel Patterson. Moto number 18, 10-year-old novices, Finn Riggs, Beckett McClure, Remy Robinson, Xander Newland, Ava the Flava Yoakum, Jacob Gordon, and Asher Wright. Got a lot of big motos tonight. We're going to take 3 riders out of round number 1. I didn't hear that one, Matt. You're going to have to say that again. Shane McGinnis to staging. 10-year-old novice going to take those top 3. It is going to be the 229, Beckett McClure,
Okay, riders.
the 73, 23 of Remy Robinson, and the 207 of Finn Riggs going to be your transfers out of Moto number 18. Moto 19, 11-year-old novices, Declan McClure, Miles Lundgren, and Griffin Price. Total points going to race all 3 rounds. Looking like the 4, Shane McGinnis. The 180 of Declan McClure sitting up top, followed by Griffin Price and Miles Lundgren as they come around the half-track point. Single file through the rhythm section for this total points race where every round counts, and that is going to be the 180, Declan McClure, followed by Griffin and Miles. Shane McGinnis. If you're up there, start yelling. Yeah, I'm on the new one. I mean, I can get a little louder. I got room. How about that? Hey, Corey, I saved you some work. I know that some would say less than ideal things. All right, guys, we're going to get this going. Mike is hot. Oh, this could get annoying. Clicking my pen. Right in Ben's ear. Yeah, the highs are out on one. I'm going to need to get that looked at.
Attention.
If anybody can levitate out there.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Now we are back on track. Moto number 20, our 13-year-old novices, Zayden Coffey, Zach Laney, Gabriel Price, Ethan Malone, Shane McGinnis, Caitlin Lewis, and Jacqueline Harrell. Once again, top three. I don't know. 1, 2. Oh, gotcha. We are missing one. Harrell sitting up top. Oh, my gosh. We got some tires rubbing up there on turn number 2. Got room for 3. But here's the thing, we're missing riders, so I think everybody's going to go to the main event next round. But right now, that is going to be Jacqueline Harrell, the State 9 of Zach Laney, and that next transfer spot going to go to the 428 of Shane McGinnis. We'll see everybody else back next round, and they're all going to make that main event. I'm going to have a nice little bike ride. Moto number 21, 14-year-old novices, Gideon Price, Connor Arnold, and Malachi Coffey. Corey, you might pull some of the low end down on this mic now that I got it closer, getting some proximity effect there. But right now, we got Coffey sitting up front, total points race here. Every round counts for these guys. That's a lot better. That's not so boomy. There we go. Malachi Coffey going to be your 1, followed by the 484, getting priced with the 2. Connor Arnold on the 3, and we're going to see them all 3 rounds once again, since that's total points.
Watch the gate.
Moto number 22, 15-year-old novices, Tyler Malone, Michael Stalinsky, and Cameron Gray. Total points for these 15-year-olds. Cameron Gray sitting up top, followed by Tyler and Michael.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready.
And that is how they are going to cross that finish line. Cameron with the 1, Tyler with the 2, Michael with the 3. Moto number 23, 3640 novice, Eric Riggs, Zach Sales, and Devin Todd coming at us. Total points again. They are going to race all 3 rounds. Low points going to win. Coming out of turn number 2, we got Riggs, Todd, and Sales in that order.
Okay, riders, random start.
Single file down that last straight into the last straight, and they're coming down the last straight now. Like I said, guys, I'm tired tonight. And that is going to be Riggs with the 1, Todd with the 2, Sales on the 3. Moto 24, 51, 55 novice, Scott Palmer, Daniel Malone, and Michael Peterson. Right now, Peterson, Malone, and Palmer in that order as they come around the half-track point. Total points, they're going to race all 3 rounds.
Attention.
Okay, riders.
In and out of that last turn, Michael Peterson still up front.
Ready.
Going to come across with the 1. We had a little pass. We got Scott Palmer moving up to the 2, Daniel Malone, and the 3. Moto number 25, moving on to our intermediates, 6-year-old intermediates. I agree with running a little quicker. Here we go, 6-year-old intermediates, moto number 25, Maggie Do It Lady Welch, Addie Smiling Itch, and Brecken Queen B. Murray. Total points again, man. It is either a full moto or total points is all we got tonight. Maggie, the Do It Lady, sitting up front. And that 6 intermediate group, Moto 25, is a total points race. Maggie Welch holding on to the 1. Addie Smiling Itch on the 2. Brecken on the 3. Moto 26, 7-year-old intermediates coming quick. Kian Brazee, Waylon, Wayway, Zook, T-Money, Wolf, Firecracker, Franklin, and Piper Harves We got Wolf sitting up top, followed by...
Okay, riders.
I didn't catch the other rider as they went by. We're taking the top two. Going to go straight to the main event, skipping round number 2. All the way to the stripe going to be, oh, man, Tatum. And I could not read that plate at all. Hold on, let me find who the 2 was.
29.
The 20. We don't have a 29. Was that a 25? Was that Waylon? Or was the second transfer? Or a 298? Oh, he could be either. All right. All right, moto number 27, Raylan, Carter, Edwin, Finn, and Kasem. And that is going to be Kasem and Raylan going to move on to that main event.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Moto 28, 9-year-old intermediates, Grayson G. Money, Toon, Jackson Smilanich, Chase Kilberg, Katie the Bug Johnson, Ezra Easy E. Bailey coming out of Cabot BMX, Landon Kennedy, and Cadron Thunder Spillman. We got 7 riders on track, room for 3 out of round number 1, and they are close up there. We got a Gold Cup 1 sitting up front, Ezra Bailey. We got a battle right there. Johnson making moves, Spillman in the 3. I couldn't catch who was sitting there on the bubble. We'll see what happens. We got some riders making moves inside. And coming down the last straight, going to be that gold 1, Ezra Bailey getting a transfer, followed by Spillman and Johnson. Moving on to the main event. We'll see everybody else next round. 10-year-old intermediates, moto number 29, Chris Smith, Hunter Hodges, and Mighty Milo Wolf. Total points here. We got Smith out front, followed by the 29, 22 of Milo Wolf. Hodges in the 3 as they go into the 3rd turn. To the stripe, Christopher Smith with the 1, Mighty Milo with the 2, Hunter Hodges on the 3. Good close race out of those 10-year-olds. Moto 30, 11-year-old intermediates, Colini, Beanie, Welch, Lachlan, Lightning, Campbell, and Noak Belcher. Total points once again, looking like Noak sitting up top. Welch on the 2, Campbell on the 3.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the
Oh, we
gate.
got some moves being made through that rhythm section. We'll see what happens. Lachlan trying to close that gap, but right now that is Noak Belcher going to be the 1. Colini Beanie with the 2. Lachlan Campbell with the 3. Moto 31, 12-year-old intermediates, Wyatt Freebird, Dutton, Nolan Riggs, and Emma Smilanich. Another total points race here. Going to race all 3 rounds. That is the 149 Riggs, followed by Smilanich and Dutton.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
I'm not familiar with that name. Hold on, I got to see that to read it. Going to be Smilanich making the pass. Riggs with the 2, Wyatt with the 3. Tanner Slover to staging. Tanner Slover to staging. Moto 32, 13-year-old intermediates, Hayden the Flame Franklin, the birthday boy out here, Dylan King. Just announced for him. Zach Bob Bass, Benny the Jet Bass, and Winston the Hunter Rogers.
Attention.
Tanner Slover, we need you in staging.
Here, random start.
Going to take the top 2 riders here, and that is going to be the 78 and the gold 2, Benny the Jet Bass, and Dylan King moving on to the main event. Moto number 33, 15-year-old intermediates, Noah Riggs, London Johnson, Derek Wise, Jackson Payton, Archer Penny, and Bentley Goose Morgan. Got room for 2, top 2 riders. Going to go straight to the main event. That is the 138 and the 88. Noah Riggs and Jackson Payton sitting up top right now. Got some other riders shopping as they come in and out of the 3rd turn. That is going to be Riggs and Payton moving on. We'll see everybody else next round. All right, last call for Tanner Slover. Tanner Slover, last call. If you're on your way, let us know. Give a yell. Wave your hands. All right, guys, don't forget we got Traveling Toms out there. It is Hardcore Realty Night. They're going to do those raffles. We'll do that after 2nd round, right before main events.
Attention.
We got Donovan Long here for the weekend.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Moto 34, 17, 20 intermediates on track with Ben Nachman, Cameron Jack, Tanner Slover, and Giselle Juicy J. Seedorf, though I think we're missing Tanner this round. So even though there's only 3 riders, there's supposed to be 4, so they are racing for a spot in that main event. Going to still do that transfer. Right now, that is the 9-14. Cameron Jack sitting up top, followed by Ben Nachman on the 2, Giselle on the 3.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
That is going to be the 9-14 bike. Cameron Jack getting the transfer to the main event out of Moto 34. Moto 35 coming at us, 41-45 intermediates. Vanessa Mayo, Daniel White, Jason Mercer, and Nick Fluffy Novotny. Nick, how long do I get to call you Fluffy, man? Novotny's sitting up top, and we only got 1 transfer spot out of this moto. And, whoa, kicked it out a little there. That is going to be Nick Novotny getting the 1 transfer spot out of round number 1. Moto 36, 51, 55 intermediates. Uncle Mike, Blake, Jonas Dominguez, and Alvin Howard. And I do have to clarify, not my uncle. That's what his nickname is. I know that gets weird. Got Uncle Mike and Grandma Mary. I mean, I like y'all, but I got my own uncles and grandmas. BMX family.
Random start.
Right now, Mike Blake sitting up top. Dysfunctional for Corey, that's for sure. We got Uncle Mike Blake with the 1, Jonas Dominguez with the 2, Alvin Howard with the 3. I'm not calling Corey's family dysfunctional. Calling Corey dysfunctional. Yes, Corey is dysfunctional. Your family is wonderful. Oh, man. There's a whole separate, we've all got radios in to make the event run. There's a whole separate back conversation that's always happening here. Moto number 3751 and over women experts. Speaking of having to call people by different names, right now we got the NAG 4, Tammy Hodinger coming out of Sand Springs BMX with the 1. Miss Kitty Westenauer sitting on the 2 spot as she's going into turn number 3, and Grandma Mary Wallace on the 3 as they're making their way down that last straight.
Watch the gate.
And that is how we're going to finish. Miss Kitty with the 2. Grandma Mary with the 3. Now we're moving on to the littlest experts, 10-year-old experts, Axel the Annihilator, Miracle, Avery, Firefly, Franklin, and Adam Foley. We got a nag plate, nag 7, Adam Foley out of Steel Wheels Indoor.
Attention.
Guys, if that doesn't tell you how important this clinic is, all these riders coming from all over to work with Donovan. It should. That is going to be Adam Foley with the 1, the 26 bike, Axel the Miracle, the Annihilator Miracle with the 2, Avery with the 3. Moto number 39, 11-year-old experts, Saccone, Fetty Stay Ready Hall, Sawyer Snake Penny, and Arlington Foley 3, also out of Steel Wheels. Total points for these kiddos.
Okay, riders, random start.
In this 11 expert group right now, Arlington sitting out front, Sawyer on the 2, Saccone on the 3. Down that last straight, who's going to get that 1? And that is going to be Arlington with the 1, Sawyer with the 2, Saccone with the 3. Moto number 40, 12-year-old experts, Creighton Harves, Racing Case Murray, Xavier Davidson, and Trenton T. Money Stewart. Got room for 1 into the main event right now. That is Davidson sitting up top. Everybody else chasing him down that last straight.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
And that is going to be your transfer spot. Xavier Davidson moving on. Moto number 41, 13-year-old experts, Brady Holshot Barker, Chase the Missouri Missile, Curly, Jacob Farrell, Broen, Mr. Mayhem, Morgan, Hector Laredo Jr., and Corbin Davidson. Top 2 going to move on to the main event, and that is Laredo and Curly sitting up top. Big old jump out of Laredo. That gave Curly some time to close that gap. Right now, they are going to have a drag race down that last straight. That is going to be Laredo and Curly moving on to the main event. Moto 42, 14-year-old experts.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
They are off. A.J. Johnson, Tucker Robinson, Maverick, the Missouri Monster, Miracle, Cody Velasquez, and Tyler McMorris. Top two going to move on straight to that main event. And that is the 45 and the 22 sitting up top, Tyler McMorris and A.J. Johnson
Okay, riders.
making their way into that third turn. Well, we got another rider trying to sneak by. Whoa, I saw some sliding on that tire. That is going to be the 45 and the 22. Tyler McMorris and A.J. Johnson going to be your transfers. Motor number 43, 15-year-old experts, Jabril, the Falcon Belgrave, Zachary Hurricane Campbell, and KJ Smilanich. Belgrave, Campbell, Smilanich in that order as they come around turn number 2.
Rhythm start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And they are single file coming down the stripe. Going to be Jabril with the 1, Zach with the 2, KJ with the 3. Final moto of round number 1, 1720 expert, Colton Hengel, Jasper Kennedy, Brody Stafford, Evan Penny, Austin Hogue, Sean Madden, and Davney Seedorf. Madden, Kennedy, Stafford, 1, 2, and 3. Top 3 going to move straight to that main event. And that is going to be your top 3. The 8, the 6, and the gold 1. And folks, that is round number 1. We are going to take a break. Round number 2, going to get started with our 8 and under open. Gonna transfer out, try to make some cash in the main event.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And they are off. We are on track with Tatum, Team Money Wolf, Finn Boyer, Brecken, Queen Bee Murray, and Felix Laredo. 4 riders on track, 3 spots left in that main event. Top 3 riders going to move on, have their chance at making $15 for first place. Right now, coming round turn number 2 is going to be Tatum, Team Money Wolf, followed by the 104 of Finn Boyer. Nag 8 of Brecken Murray, and Felix Laredo chasing him down. And grabbing up those transfer spots going to be Team Money Wolf,
Attention.
Finn Boyer, and Brecken Murray. Felix, thanks for racing tonight.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Moto number 6, 9 to 12 open. JC, Lady J, Wolf, Cadron, Thunder, Spillman, and Wyatt Freebird Dutton. Not total points, only 2 spots left in that main event for these 9 to 12-year-olds. Right now, that is that red Rock 1 plate sitting out front. Followed by the State 6 and the A-Bike of Cadron Spillman, who would also have a Rock 1. Just want to point that out. It assigns a letter if there's a collision on those. But right now, moving on, is going to be JC Wolf and Wyatt Dutton. Cadron, thanks for racing the Open tonight. Moto number 7, 13 and over open. Colton Hengel, Jabril, Falcon Belgrave, Hector Laredo Jr., and Cody Velasquez. Hengel, Velasquez, Laredo. Oh, all right. That was nice and polite. I said, thanks for racing. He said, you're welcome. That is going to be Hengel, Velasquez, and Laredo moving on to that main event. Jabril, thanks for racing the Open tonight. Moto number 8, 11-12, Girls Cruiser. Hold on. Nope, we skipped it. We are Moto number 9, 4650, Women Cruiser, back on track with Vanessa Mayo, Grandma Mary Wallace, and Miss Kitty Westenauer.
Ben was from Odessa.
Right now, Vanessa Mayo sitting up top. Then we got room for one more. So that is going to be Vanessa moving on to the main event. Looking like Miss Kitty going to round up
Attention.
Okay,
our main event in the 4650 Women Cruiser.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
And that is how it is going to end. Mary, thanks for racing tonight. Moto number 10, 11-year-old cruisers. Total points right here. Dominic Earhart, Nokasi Belcher, and Michael Yoakum. And we do have a bit of an age gap here in this 11 cruiser, just to point out. Yoakum is 6 years old, racing some 11-year-olds. So
Attention.
some of these classes, just to keep some things in perspective. And right now, that is Noak Belcher with the 1, Earhart with the 2, Yoakum going to be on the 3. 1720 cruiser coming at us, Derek Wise, Jaden Dunn, and Hayden the Flame Franklin. We got room for 2 in that main event. Room for 2 left. Sitting up top is going to be the 28 bike, Jaden Dunn,
Okay, riders,
coming out of Cowtown BMX.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Derek Wise in the 2, Hayden Franklin in the 3 as they come around that last turn, and that is going to be Dunn and Wise moving on to the main event. Hayden, thanks for racing tonight. I don't know. It doesn't tell me the location anymore. It only shows home track. They changed the announcer sheets on me. Used to be city state. All right, 4650 cruiser. Onyx Belgrave, need you to staging. Onyx Belgrave to staging. 4650 Cruiser out here with Daniel Johnson, Michael Peterson. Nope. Yes.
Attention.
Michael Peterson and Chad Abernathy going to be Abernathy
Okay, riders.
and
start.
Johnson moving on. Michael, thanks for racing tonight.
Watch the gate.
Fort Worth, Texas. All right. That's where Cowtown BMX is. Moto. All right. So now we are back to moto number 8. 11-12 Girls Cruiser on track with JC Lady J Wolf, Avery Franklin, and Piper Franklin. That is the order. They finished last round. Just kind of cruising along in age order here. We got JC at 12, Avery at 9, Piper at 7. And that is going to be JC Wolf with the 1, Avery with the 2, Piper with the 3. Now we are getting back to our 5 and under novice.
Attention.
Okay, riders. Random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
And they are off. And here's the deal. We got 3 riders on track. We got 3 spots open. So they have a bike ride just right around the track. All of them are going to transfer to the main event. We're on track with Hot Dog Harry Bender, Felix Laredo, and Georgia, the Honey Badger Campbell. Honey Badger sitting up top right now, coming around the second turn, followed by the 864 of Felix Laredo. And then Hot Dog Harry coming around. Go get him, Harry. Harry finished our Racing League, our new rider program earlier this year. And right now, that is going to be Georgia, Harry, and Felix all going to the main event. Onyx, thanks for racing with us tonight, buddy.
Attention.
Okay, riders. Random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Moto number 14, 6-year-old novices, Remy Boyer, Rosie Malone, Haley Fuller, and Jamison Hahn. 4 riders on track. We are only taking 3 into that main event. Keep your eyes on those top 3 spots. And right now, that is the 35 bike, Rosie Malone sitting up top. Followed by Remy Boyer, the 202 of Jamison, and the 47 of Haley.
Attention.
Okay, riders. Random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
All the way to the stripe. Going to be Rosie Malone moving on. Next 2 transfers, Remy Boyer and the 202 of Jamison Hahn. Haley, thanks for racing tonight. Moto number 15, 7-year-old novices John Zimmer, Jackson Ferrens, and Mason Stockbridge. Man, this group first round, they were 3 wide the whole track. Right now we got John Zimmer out front, Jackson Ferrens on the 2, Mason Stockbridge on the 3. Total points, so they are racing for low points. You get 1 point per place. 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, riders. Random start.
Low points takes home the first place.
The gate.
That is going to be John Zimmer with another 1, Jackson Ferrens with the 2, Mason Stockbridge with the 3. Moto number 16, 8-year-old novices Whiplash, Wyatt Bender, Elena Vogler, and Tristan Small. Tristan and Wyatt coming out of BMX Racing League earlier this year. Makes me happy. We've been doing that program for 8 years, had almost 700 kids come out of there.
Attention.
Right now, Elena's sitting on the 1 spot, Wyatt on the 2, Tristan on the 3. We got room for the top two riders going to stick around for the main event. I do hope everyone sticks around for the raffle for Hardcore Realty. Then got to thank them for bringing their volunteers out tonight. That is going to be Elena Vogler and Tristan Small moving on to the main event. Wyatt, thanks for racing tonight. Moto 17 9-year-old novices Parker Fox, Trip Toon, Mila Bender, and Emerson Spruill. Parker Fox sitting up top. Emerson on the 2, Mila on the 3, Trip
Attention.
on the 4.
Okay, riders, random start.
3 out of 75% Racing League riders coming down the track. You'll notice a theme where our riders are coming from is that BMX Racing League program. Right now, that is going to be Parker Fox, Emerson Spruill, and Trip Toon moving on to the main event. Mila, thanks for racing tonight. Moto number 18, X Newland, Ava the Flava Yoakum, Jacob Gordon, and Asher Wright. Jacob coming to us from Chehalem Valley BMX. If I am saying that wrong,
Attention.
please let me know. I don't know where that is. Ben, you should look it up. You're not going to be my research assistant right now?
Ready, watch the gate.
Chehalem. Right now, that 126 bike, X Newland, the 451 of Jacob Gordon, and the 368 of Asher Wright. Moving on, Ava, thanks for racing tonight. Moto number 19, 11-year-old novices, total points right here. Declan McClure, Miles Lundgren, and Griffin Price. That is the 180. Declan McClure sitting up top. Griffin on the 2. Miles on the 3. Nope. Total points. Oh, the next one. Next one. Radio chatter versus what I'm reading. Multitasking
Attention.
here. Right now, that is going to be Declan McClure with the 1. Griffin Price with the 2. Miles Lundgren on the 3. 13 novice. I don't know who we're missing, but it should be Zayden Coffey, Gabriel Price, Ethan Malone, and Caitlin Lewis. I do know who we're missing. Ethan was not supposed to be signed up tonight. All right, everybody's in the main event. Y'all made it. Right now, though, we got the 485. Gabriel Price sitting up front, followed by Caitlin Lewis and Zayden Coffey at the half-track point. They are all making it to the main event. Crossing the stripe, gonna be Price, Lewis, and Coffey. Moto 21, 14-year-old novices, Gideon Price, Connor Arnold, and Malachi Coffey. Malachi sitting up top, followed by Connor Arnold in the 2. Price on the 3. Total points for these riders, and that is how they are going to finish. Coffey, Arnold with the 2, Price with the 3. Going to have Price and Arnold tied up going into the main event. Moto 22, 15-year-old novices, total points, Tyler Malone, Michael Stolinsky, and Cameron Gray. Coming out of turn number 2, Cameron Gray sitting up top, followed by Tyler Malone
Attention.
and Michael Stolinsky.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And that is how they are going to cross. Cameron, Tyler, and Michael in that order. Moto 23, 3640 novice, Eric Riggs, Zach Sales, and Devin Todd. Eric and Devin battling once again for that top spot. Eric had it round 1. Keeping that speed up. Zach chasing him down as he comes around turn number 2.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready.
Down the last straight. Eric Riggs going to hold on to the 1 spot. Devin Todd on the 2. Zach Sales on the 3. Moto number 24, 51-55 novice. Another total points race right here. Scott Palmer, Daniel Malone, and Michael Peterson. Peterson and Palmer battling it out as they come around turn number 2. Malone chasing him down on a different bike.
Attention.
We'll see what happened.
Okay, riders.
See what
Random
happened to
start.
Dana's bike, but right now that is going to be Michael Peterson grabbing another number 1. Scott Palmer on the 2. Dana Malone on the 3. Same as round number 1. Moto 25 moving on to the intermediates. 6-year-old intermediates Maggie Do It Lady Welch, Addison, Smilinich, and Brecken, Queen B. Murray. I don't think I can say that over the mic. All right, Maggie, Addison, and Brecken making their way around. Total points, Maggie still sitting on top.
Attention.
Okay,
Brecken
riders.
on the
Random
2,
start.
Addison on the 3, mixing it up on that 2 and 3 spot.
The gate.
That is going to be Maggie with the 1, Brecken with the 2, Addison with the 3. Moto 26, 7-year-old intermediates, Kian Brzee, Piper Firecracker Franklin, and Piper Harves.
Okay, riders. Random start.
We got Piper, Kian, Piper, and Piper Franklin making a move, going inside into turn number 3, making the pass. And moving on to the main event is going to be Piper Harves and Piper Firecracker Franklin. Kian, thanks for racing tonight. Moto number 27, 8-year-old intermediates, Carter Jackson, Edwin Welch, and Finn Boyer. And sitting up top, Edwin Welch going to come across. And our
Random
second
start.
transfer spot going to Finn Boyer. Carter, thanks for racing tonight.
Watch the gate.
Moto number 28, 9-year-old intermediates, Grayson G. Money Toon, Jackson Smilinich, Chase Kilberg, and Landon Kennedy. Got room for 3 in that main event. Top 3 riders going to stick around and race one more round, trying to get a trophy or stamps or track bucks. You can get track bucks as your award instead of
Attention.
a trophy.
Okay, riders. Random
Track
start.
bucks can be used anywhere you can spend money here at the track. So concessions, race fees, all of that. Help your parents out and pay for your own racing. Win some more races. Right now, that is going to be the 64 Smilinich, the 164, and the 134 G Money Tune, and Chase Kilberg moving on. Landon, thanks for racing tonight. Moto number 29, 10-year-old intermediates, Chris Smith, Hunter Hodges, and Mighty Milo Wolf.
Attention.
Okay, riders. Random start.
Total,
Riders ready.
total points right here. Chris Smith, Hunter Hodges, Mighty Milo. Chris sitting on an ace out of round 1 and grabbing another one here. Mighty Milo with the 2, Hunter Hodges with the 3. Moto number 30, 11-year-old intermediates, Colini, Beanie Welch, Lachlan Lightning Campbell, and Nokasi Belcher. Belcher, Campbell, Welch, 1, 2, and 3 as they come around turn number 2.
Attention.
Okay, riders. Random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
All the way down that last straight, gonna be Tanner Slover to staging. Noak Belcher, Lachlan Campbell, and Colini Beanie Welch. Colleen and Lachlan tied up going into the main event in points. Tanner Slover, we need you to staging. Moto number 31, 12-year-old intermediates. Total points right here with Wyatt Freebird, Dutton, Nolan Riggs, and Emma Smilinich. Riggs, Smilinich, Dutton, 1, 2, and 3 as they come around turn number 2.
Attention.
Okay, riders. Random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
To the stripe. Nolan Riggs with the 1. Dutton with the 2. Emma Smilinich with the 3. We're going to have to do a lot of math on that one. They are all mixed up. Everybody in a different place from last round. Moto number 32, 13-year-old intermediates, Hayden Franklin, Zach Bob Bass, and Winston the Hunter Rogers. Rogers, Bass, Franklin as they come around turn number 2. Oh, we got a battle for that last spot. We only got room for 2 in the main event. Tanner Slover, last call, and that is going to be Winston Rogers and Hayden Franklin moving on. Zach, thanks for racing tonight. Moto number 33, 15-year-old intermediates, London Johnson, Derek Wise, Archer Penny, and Bentley Goose Morgan. We got room for 3 in this 15 intermediate group. Right now, we got Penny and Morgan sitting up top.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders
All the
ready,
way to the
watch
stripe.
game.
Looking like Archer Penny going to hold on to the transfer, Bentley Morgan. And that last transfer spot going to be Derek Wise. London, thanks for racing tonight. Moto 34, 10 motos to go. 1720 intermediate, Ben Knockman, Tanner Slover, and Giselle Juicy J. Seedorf. We are missing Tanner once again. Tanner out of Heartland BMX. So guess what? Oh, guys, you both made it.
Random start.
Save it for the main.
Watch the gate.
Moto number 35, 41-45 intermediate, Vanessa Mayo, Daniel White, and Jason Mercer. Two spots left in the main event for this 41-45 intermediate race, and that is Daniel White and Jason Mercer sitting up top. Vanessa chasing them down, going into the rhythm section.
Attention.
All right, they are just laughing with each other out there. That is going to be Jason and Daniel moving on. Vanessa, thanks for racing tonight. Moto number 36, 51-55 intermediate. Mike Blake, Jonas Dominguez, and Alvin Howard. Crouton Harves. Curly Harves. Sea Dog. Oh, we got some moves being made. We got Mike Blake moving on up top.
Attention.
Coming around turn number 2. Howard in the 2. Dominguez in the 3. They are trying to mix it up. Guys, I can't do this single-digit math. That is going to be Mike with the 1. Alvin with the 2. Jonas with the 3. Making Jonas and Alvin tied up going into the main event. 51 and over women experts, Miss Kitty Westenauer, Tammy Hottinger, and Grandma Mary Wallace. Tammy coming to us from Sand Springs BMX. And coming across the line with the 1 is going to be the Nag 4. Tammy with the 1. Miss Kitty sitting on the 2 as she is rounding out turn number 3. Grandma Mary on the 3.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And that is how they're going to finish. Miss Kitty on the 2, Grandma Mary on the 3, and we are moving on to the 10-year-old experts. Axel the Annihilator, Miracle, Avery Firefly, Franklin, and Adam Foley coming to us out of Steel Wheels Indoor. Sitting up top is going to be Adam Foley on that Nag 7 bike, followed by Axel Miracle in the 2, Avery Franklin on the 3.
Okay, riders, random start.
Avery, the lone 9-year-old in this 10 expert group.
Watch the gate.
And getting the 1 is going to be Adam Foley, 2 going to Axel Miracle, 3 going to Avery Franklin. Moto number 39, 11-year-old experts. Another total points race right here. Saccone, Hall, Sawyer Snake Penny, and Arlington Foley, the 3rd. I missed the 3rd last time. Woo, man, we got a race up front. Foley and Penny, Hall chasing them down. Drag race down that last straight, and this is gonna be Foley with the 1, Penny with the 2, Hall with the 3.
Ready, watch the gate.
Moto number 40, 12-year-old experts. Creighton Haars racing Casey Murray and Trenton T. Money Stewart. Got the Sea Dog, Crouton. I got a whole bunch of names for Creighton. Wingnut, Crayon.
Attention.
Got a Gold Cup 3 sitting up top racing Casey Murray, followed by a T Money Stewart and Creighton Harves as they go into the third and final turn. Coming down that last straight. And Casey Murray and Trenton Stewart going to move on. Creighton, thanks for racing tonight. Moto 41, 13-year-old experts. Brady Holshot, Barker, Jacob Farrell, Browan, Mr. Mayhem, Morgan, and Corbin Davidson. We got room for three, top three, and they are 3 wide.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
All right, guys, you got just a couple minutes to get those tickets purchased. Morgan, Davidson, Farrell, gonna be your transfers. Brady, thanks for racing tonight. Moto number 42, 14-year-old experts, Tucker Robinson, Maverick, Miracle, and Cody Velasquez. Yep, guys, if you need tickets, hurry up. That is last call for those. We're going to get started on that raffle between rounds. That is going to be Velasquez, 61 of Tucker Robinson. Maverick, thanks for racing tonight. Moto number 43, 15-year-old experts, Jabril, Belgrave, Zachary Campbell, and KJ Smilinich. Campbell, Belgrave, Smilinich is how they are coming out of turn number 2, mixing it up a little this round.
Watch the gate.
And to the stripe, going to be Zach Campbell, Jabril, Belgrave, and KJ Smilinich. 17, 20 expert coming at us, Colton Hengel, Evan Penny, Austin Hogue, and Daphne, the Beanpole Seedorf. We got room for 3 right now. That is Hogue and Hengel sitting up top. Got a battle for that third one. Hogue, Hengel, and Seedorf moving on. Main events. Gonna kick it off with our 8 and under open. They are racing for cash money. 15, 9, and $6. 1, 2, and 3 as they come across the finish line. Riders, don't forget to grab your cash. We have it here at the finish line. Opens, they tend to really just blast on by, so make sure you stop and pick up that money. Pay your parents back for your race fees. All right, guys, and don't forget Donovan Long is here Saturday and Sunday. It is a good deal. You can see all the people that are here from out of town to work with him. So get signed up, just a few spots.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And we are off. Moto number 5, hour 8 and under open. Tatum, Team Money Wolf, Raylan Grau, Finn Boyer, Brecken, Queen Bee Murray, and Kasem Glow Rider Hall. Raylan Grau sitting up front, followed by the 93 of Team Money Wolf and Kasem the Glow Rider Hall. And the 3 spot. And going home with the money is going to be Raylan Grau, Tatum Wolf, and Kasem Glow Rider Hall in that order. Moto number 6, 9 to 12 open, racing Kasem Murray, JC Lady J Wolf, Xavier Davidson, and Wyatt Freebird Dutton. They're racing for $12.50, $7.50, and $5.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready.
Xavier Davidson sitting up top. Gonna get the 1, racing Kasem Murray with the 2, and Lady J Wolf with the 3. Moto number 7, 13 and over, open. Jasper, Captain Kennedy, Sean Madden, Colton Hengel, Hector Laredo Jr., and Cody Velasquez. Kennedy, Madden, Hengel, 1, 2, and 3 is to come around turn number 2.
Okay, riders.
Laredo Jr. sitting on the bubble, but we are going to see Jasper Kennedy with the 1, Sean Madden with the 2, Colton Hengel with the 3. Moto number 9, 4650 Women Cruiser, Riley King, Vanessa Mayo, Miss Kitty Westenauer, and Gina Queen G. Abernathy. I did that one right. Skipped number 8. Right now, Riley King and Gina Abernathy 1 and 2. Vanessa Mayo sitting on the 3. Miss Kitty on the 4. And coming across the stripe, that's going to be Riley King with the 1. Gina Abernathy with the 2. Vanessa Mayo with the 3.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Moto number 10, 11-year-old cruiser, Dominic Dominator Earhart, Nokasi Belcher, and Kale Yoakum. Right now, Noak's sitting on low points with a pair of aces. Dominic with a pair of 2s. Yoakum with a pair of 3s. And that is what they are looking like right now. Belcher going to have the 1 and the overall 1. Earhart the 2 and overall 2. Yoakum the 3 and the overall 3. 1720 cruiser, Derek Wise, Jaden Dunn, and Scott Johnson. Not total points. What you see is what you get right now. We got Johnson
Attention.
and Dunn out of Cowtown BMX coming at us. Johnson making a pass in turn number 2. And that is going to be Scott Johnson with the 1, Jaden Dunn with the 2, Derek Wise with the 3. Moto number 12, 4650 Cruiser, Corey Brown, Matt Daniel Johnson, Justin Swoboda, and Chad Abernathy. Swoboda and Brown 1 and 2. Abernathy cutting under.
Okay, riders, random start.
Sliding up into the 3rd spot. Johnson chasing him down on that rhythm section. But right now, that is Swoboda on top with the 1. Corey Brown with the 2. and Chad Abernathy with the 3. Moto number 13, 5 and under novice. Miles Rodriguez coming to us from Chesapeake BMX. Hot Dog Harry Bender, Felix Laredo, June Zimmer, Bridget Kilberg, and Georgia the Honey Badger Campbell. Oh, sorry. This is Moto 8. I need a heads up on that. Piper Franklin, Avery Franklin, and JC Lady J Wolf. JC sitting on low points on the 1. That is going to be JC, your overall 1. The 461, Avery Franklin with the overall 2, Piper Franklin the overall 3. Now to the 5 and unders.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Right now, we're on track Moto 13, 5 and under novice. Miles Rodriguez, Hot Dog Harry Bender, Felix Laredo, June Zimmer, Bridget Kielberg, and Georgia the Honey Badger Campbell. Hopping out of turn 1, that is the Honey Badger sitting up top, followed by the 32 of Bridget Kielberg, as they are at the half track point in our 5 and under novice group. Oh, we got another rider down. We'll get them checked out. Right now, June Zimmer sitting on the 3. Coming across with the 1, it's going to be Georgia. 2 is going to Bridget. We got a battle for the 3. You got that rider back up, guys. Good job getting back at it in the 185. June Zimmer going to get your 3rd place finish out of Moto 13.
Watch the gate.
Moto number 14, 6-year-old novices, Remington Boyer, Casey Rogers, Ian Klein, Rosen Malone, and Jamison Hahn. Jamison coming out of 8035 BMX, traveling in town for that clinic this weekend. Sitting up top is that 058 Ian Klein, followed by the 34 of Casey Rogers.
Riders ready.
Remy Boyer rounding out the podium as they turn into turn number 3. Going to head down that last straight. That is how they finish. Ian Klein, Casey Rogers, and Remington Boyer, 1, 2, and 3. Moto number 15, 7-year-old novices, John Zimmer, Jackson Ferrens, and Mason Stockbridge. Zimmer sitting on a pair of aces.
Attention.
Ferrens on the 2s, Stockbridge on the 3s as they come around. Turn number 2, heading into the rhythm section, moving into that 3rd turn. And all the way to the stripe. John Zimmer going to be the 1 and the overall 1. Jackson Ferrens 2 and overall 2. Mason Stockbridge the 3 and the overall 3. Moto number 16, 8-year-old novices, Elena Vogler, Jack White, Christina Vogler, and Tristan Small. Jack White and Tristan Small sitting up top. Christina and Elena battling for that 3rd spot. Elena making a pass in turn number 2, moving on up to the 3. All the way to the stripe, going to be Jack White with the 1, Tristan Small with the 2, and the 254 of Elena Vogler with the 3. Moto number 17, 9-year-old novices, Parker Fox, Trip Toon, Emerson Spruill, Liam Moberly, Abel Patterson, and Jackson Landon. Moberly, Landon, and Fox sitting out front.
Attention.
Patterson making a move in the rhythm section, moving on up to the 3 spot as they are going into turn number 3.
Ready. Watch the gate.
To the stripe, gonna be I missed all that.
35, 450, 211.
All right, Liam Moberly, Jackson Landon, and Abel Patterson, 1, 2, and 3. Moto number 18, 10-year-old novices, Finn
Attention.
Riggs, Beckett McClure, Remy Robinson,
Okay,
X Newland, Jacob
start.
Gordon, and Asher Wright.
Watch the gate.
That is going to be the 229, Beckett McClure, followed by the 23, Remy Robinson, and the 207 of Finn Riggs, rounding out the top three. Moto number 19, 11-year-old novices, Declan McClure, Miles Lundgren, and Griffin Price.
Attention.
McClure sitting on a pair of aces, Griffin Price on the twos, Miles on the threes.
Riders ready. Watch the gate.
All the way to the stripe with the one, and the overall one is going to be Declan McClure. Griffin Price with your overall 2, Miles Lundgren with your overall 3. Moto number 20, 13-year-old novices, Zayden Coffey, Zach Laney, Gabriel Price, Shane McGinnis, Caitlin Lewis, and Jacqueline Harrell. All right, we got a rider down on the front straight. We're going to get them checked out. Right now, we got Harrell sitting up front. And that is going to be Jacqueline Harrell with a 1. 497, Jacqueline Lewis with the 2. And Zayden Coffey on the 3. All right, we're getting Zach checked out.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Oh, Moto 21, 14-year-old novices, Gideon Price, Connor Arnold, and Malachi Coffey. Coffey sitting on the ones. Gideon and Connor battling for that 2 spot, tied up in points. Oh, we got a rider down. We'll get them checked out right now. We got Coffey up front, Connor on the 2. Gonna get Gideon checked out. He's back up, guys. Back on track. I can't see anything from turn 1 from down here at the finish line. So
Attention.
hearing the claps was good. That is going to be Malachi Coffey, your overall 1. Connor Arnold going to be the overall 2. Gideon Price, the overall 3. Moto 22, 15-year-old novices, Tyler Malone, Michael Stolinsky, and Cameron Gray. Cameron got it locked up with a pair of aces. Tyler Malone on the 2s, Michael Stolinsky on the 3s. Half-price burgers at concessions.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
And coming to the stripe with the 1, and overall 1 is going to be Cameron Gray. Tyler Malone's the overall 2. Michael Stolinsky, your overall 3. Moto number 23, 3640, novice Eric Riggs, Zach Sales, and Devin Todd. Eric got it locked up with a pair of aces. Devin Todd on the twos, Zach Sales on the threes. Going into the main event.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready.
All the way to the
gate.
stripe. That is going to be Eric Riggs with your 1 and the overall 1. Devin Todd with the 2. The overall 2. Zach Sales with the 3 and the overall 3. Motor number 24, 5155 novice Scott Palmer, Daniel Malone, and Michael Peterson. Michael on the aces, Scott on the 2s, Daniel on the 3s. Novice series. If you are doing novice series, you have until the end of the month. That is 5 races
Attention.
at Blue Springs and 5 races at
Random.
Raytown. And those are single point races. So that's Friday nights and Wednesday nights, or Tuesday nights when we do makeups. Do make sure you are checking that to see if you are completing it right now. That is going to be Michael Peterson with your overall 1, Scott Palmer with the overall 2, Daniel Malone with the overall 3. Moto 25, moving on to our intermediates. Maggie, Do It Lady Welch, Addison, Addie Smilinich, and Brecken Queen B. Murray. The Do It Lady sitting up top.
Okay, riders, random start.
Addie and Queen B going to battle for that second
Ready,
spot.
Watch the gate.
They are tied in points. Down that last straight, Maggie holding on to the overall 1, Addie with the 2, and Brecken Murray with the 3. Moto number 26, 7-year-old intermediates, Waylon Zook, T Money Wolf, Firecracker Franklin, and Piper Harves. We got Tatum, Wolf, and Waylon Zook sitting up front.
Attention.
And the Pipers battling it out for that third spot. Franklin in the 3 spot right now. Piper Harves trying to make it around. We'll see what happens as they come around the last turn. And to the stripe going to be Tatum Wolf with the 1, Waylon Zook with the 2. And Piper Franklin going to get the 3. Moto 27, 8-year-old intermediates, Raylan Grau, Edwin Welch, Finn Boyer, and Kasem Glowrider Hall. Grau, Hall, and Welch 1, 2, and 3 as they come around turn number 2.
Riders ready. Watch the gate.
All the way to the stripe. Going to be Raylan Grau with the 1, Kasem Hall with the 2, Edwin Welch with the 3. Moto 28, 9-year-old intermediates, Grayson, G Money Tune, Jackson Smilinich, Chase Kilberg, Katie the Bug Johnson, Ezra, Easy E, Bailey, and Cadron Thunder Spillman.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
To the stripe, going to be the gold 1, Ezra, Easy E, Bailey out of Cabot BMX, followed by the A-Bike of Spillman and the State 3 of Katie Johnson. Moto 29, 10-year-old intermediates, Christopher Smith, Hunter Hodges, and Mighty Milo Wolf. Chris sitting on the 1s, Mighty Milo on the 2s, Hunter on the 3s as they are coming into the main event.
Okay, riders, random start.
And that is how they're sitting coming out of turn number 2. Chris Smith still up top, Milo on the 2, Hunter on the 3 as they come down the last straight. And that is your finish. Smith, Wolf, Hodges, 1, 2, and 3. Moto number 30, 11-year-old intermediates, Colini Beanie Welch, Lachlan Lightning Campbell, and Nokasi Belcher. Nokasi got it locked up with a pair of aces. Colleen and Lachlan battling for that 2 spot.
Okay, riders.
Tied in
random
points.
Start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
And Noak's going to get your overall 1, Lachlan your overall 2, and Colini Beanie your overall 3. Moto 31, 12-year-old intermediates, Wyatt Freebird Dutton, Nolan Riggs, and Emma Smilinich. We got Wyatt on 5 points, Nolan on 3, and Emma on 4. So this can be all mixed up. Right now we got Riggs sitting out front. Dutton on the 2, Smilinich on the 3. So that is going to be 4 points. Dutton's going to have 7. And Smilanich is going to have 7. So Wyatt Dutton is your 2. Emma Smilanich is your 3. Moto 32, 13-year-old intermediates, Hayden Franklin, Dylan King, Benny the Jet Bass, and Winston the Hunter Rogers. Coming to the stripe is going to be the 78, Benny the Jet, followed by the gold 2 of Dylan King and the 106 of Winston Rogers. Moto 33, 15-year-old intermediates, Noah Riggs, Derek Wise, Jackson Payton, Archer Penny, and Bentley Goose Morgan. Riggs, Payton, Penny, 1, 2, and 3. So coming around, turn number 2.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start.
Down that last straight, we got a battle for the 3 spot right now. That is going to be Payton, Riggs, Morgan, 1, 2, and 3. Moto 34, 17, 20 intermediate, Ben Knockman, Cameron Jack, and Giselle Juicy J. Seedorf. Cameron Jack sitting up top, followed by Ben Knockman and Giselle Seedorf.
That's the gate.
Not total points. What you see is what you get. That is going to be Cameron Jack, Ben Knockman, and Giselle Seedorf. Moto 35, Daniel White, Jason Mercer, and Nick Fluffy Novotny. Novotny sitting up top, followed by Mercer and White.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
All the way to the stripe. Going to be Novotny with the 1. Mercer with the 2. White with the 3. Moto 36, 51, 55. Intermediate. Mike Blake, Jonas Dominguez, and Alvin Howard.
Attention.
Okay, riders.
Blake
random
sitting
start.
on low points with the pair of aces. Got it locked up. Dominguez and Howard going to battle for that 2 spot. That's going to be Mike Blake with your overall 1. Jonas Dominguez, your overall 2. Alvin Howard, the overall 3. Moto 37, 51 and over women expert. Tammy Hottinger locked up with a pair of aces. Miss Kitty on the 2s. Grandma Mary on the 3s.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
That is Tammy Hottinger with the 1. Miss Kitty going to be the 2. Grandma Mary on the 3. Moto 38, 10-year-old experts. Axel the Annihilator Miracle, Avery Firefly, Franklin, and Adam Foley. Foley sitting on the 1s. Axel on the 2s. Avery on the 3s. And that is how they are running right now. Foley out of Steel Wheels indoor,
Okay,
followed
riders,
by
random
Miracle
start.
and Franklin as they come out of turn number 2.
Ready, watch the gate.
That is going to be Foley with the 1. Miracle with the overall 2. Franklin with the overall 3. Moto 39, 11-year-old experts. Arlington Foley the 3rd sitting on a pair of aces. Sawyer Snake Penny on the 2s. Saccone Fetty Stay Ready Hall on the 3s as they come around that half track.
Random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Coming to the stripe with the overall 1. Going to be Foley with the 1. Penny with the 2. And Hall with the 3. Moto 40, 12-year-old experts. Racing Case Murray, Xavier Davidson, and Trenton T. Money Stewart. Oh, we got some big air there.
Attention.
Davidson followed by Racing Case Murray and T. Money.
Ready, watch the gate.
Heard some popping and clicking as they come out. That is going to be Davidson with the 1. Gold 3 of Racing Case Murray with the 2. And Trenton T. Money Stewart with the 3. Moto 41, 13 expert. Chase Curley, Jacob Farrell, Broen Morgan, Hector Loreto Jr., and Corbin Davidson. Laredo
attention,
Jr. and Curly sitting up
Okay,
top, battling for that
random
top
time.
spot.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
All the way to the stripe, going to be Hector Laredo Jr., Chase Curly, and the State 4 of Bro and Morgan. Moto 42, 14-year-old experts, A.J. Johnson, Tucker Robinson, Cody Velasquez, and Tyler McMorris. McMorris sitting on the top spot, the 61 of Tucker Robinson on the 2, A.J. Johnson on the 3 as they are pushing into the third turn.
Watch the gate.
That is McMorris, Robinson, and I'm going to check on that third. And A.J. Johnson is going to be the third out of Moto 42. Moto 43, 15-year-old experts. We got 3
Attention.
points. 3 points and
Okay,
6
ready,
points.
ready,
Jabrell and
start.
Zach Campbell tied up.
Ready, watch the gate.
Right now, that is going to be Campbell getting the 1 in your overall 1. Belgrave the 2. And Smilanich the 3. And the last moto of the night, guys, 1720 expert, Colton Hengel, Jasper Kennedy, Brody Stafford, Austin Hogue, Sean Madden, and Davney Seedorf. Madden, Kennedy, Stafford, 1, 2, and 3 as they come out of turn number 2. Hogue sitting on the bubble for a trophy, but right now, down that last straight, it is going to be Sean Madden with the 1, Jasper Kennedy the 2, Brody Stafford with the 3. Folks, thank you all very much. Thanks to Hardcore Realty for doing their team night and filling those volunteer spots.